Hello everyone, I'm Shemcat and I thought the Astral Chain speedrun was in a pretty comfortable spot. The world record was solidly under 2.5 hours, but still nowhere near a sub 220 or even sub 225. So as you can imagine, I was very surprised when I logged onto Twitter and saw this. The best player in the world, Ratu, showing a screenshot of him beating the game in 43 minutes. What? Obviously you don't save that kind of time by taking faster lines or mashing 0.2 seconds faster. And so by looking a little closer at the screenshot, you see not one, not two, but 3 references to a PC storage glitch. Not long after seeing this, I took it upon myself to learn this glitch and got myself a time less than a minute behind Ratu, a respectable sub 45. And by learning how to perform the glitch, I'm now able to share it with you today. So join me on the journey to see how a PC has changed the Astral Chain speedrun forever. And by journey I don't mean like one in a car or something, it's more like travelling on the back of the Parker Solar Probe. Now this is where some speedrun purists will start to groan, as this run uses pre-run setup, which is stuff we do before starting the timer that will speed up the run later down the line. Normally this is pretty small, setting up your Switch's date and time in Super Mario Odyssey, or erasing your save data in Xenoblade 2. But for this glitch in Astral Chain, you need to go on a whole adventure. And I mean this literally. For starters, we need a game file at the start of in-game file 11, but before infiltrating the ARI with HAL and Acura. This obviously will take a while to create, but once you've done it once, you'll never need to again. From here we need to work out a way to glitch out RPC, and we can do this by initiating the red case runs in the family, which appears after doing all other Parnassus cases in files 03, 06, and 08. We start the case, and instead of finishing it like a normal person, we want to go to HAL's hideout. The main issue with this are these barriers preventing us from getting there, no matter how much we attack them or run at them. Luckily, the solution to height-based problems hasn't impacted us speedrunners for a while now, due to the discovery of the super climb. Now I've already made a video that goes into detail about this technique, but it basically works by repeatedly chain jumping towards your legion, dismissing and summoning it in order to gradually build up height. By visiting our PC, we can just wait until the mission fails. Since we're never meant to be able to perform this interaction, this game doesn't have any workaround for a case failing while sitting in a PC. It wants to take you out so you can see the case completed dialogue, but also can't take you out of the PC. So when we go and click on the database section, we are taken to where the case ends, but still in the PC. A bizarre consequence of this is that your inputs are now controlling both the character and the menu, so pressing up on the joystick is moving us forwards and flicking through these options. Setup almost done now. Since we know we're able to move around like this, it would make sense that we can do more. Attacking, check. Legions, check. Menu, check. Kinda. Even though we can't see it, we can still open up the menu and move around in it just like normal. This is where everything we've been doing now comes to fruition. By accessing the file select of the PC menu, we can select the final segment of file 10, and whilst the game is asking us for confirmation, we blindly navigate to the return to title option in the other menu. As you can see, this title screen looks a little different, with the graphics from the file select menu covering the screen. But that's no matter, since we can still start a new file and finally begin the run. And to think, all it took were over 700 words for us to actually begin talking about the speedrun. You know, the actual part where we use a timer. Even though we just went through a very technical section, there isn't much to talk about in the first file of the run. We just do what we do at the start of every run. Ride our bike, fight aberrations, get our legions, and fight some chimeras. But we've got to do it with these menus obscuring our vision, like we've just been hit by a very technical blooper in Mario Kart. Whilst we're waiting for these cars to fall down, a little fact about the Astral Chain speedrun is that picking the male protagonist is the objectively faster option. Since this will make Acura a girl, the dialogue sections will become faster, thanks to her simply just talking faster. In the same realm, playing with the English voices makes the run faster when compared to Japanese. Even though these are cool little time saves, both are trumped by the advantage of playing on the digital version of the game. And since I don't particularly fancy playing another 50 quid to play the same game but with better loading times, I'm stuck playing on the inferior physical version. Alright cool, the bridge falling is over, file 02 time, yippee! Now if you don't mind, let me play this entire segment in full for you all.
Well, Jin hasn't changed a bit, has he? How long has it been since we last saw him? 2 years? Hey, remember when Dad was in the hospital and Jin came to take care of us? His cooking wasn't the greatest, but when you think about it, Jin's always been there for us. We gotta find some way to make it up to him.
Alright, done. So in this file, the menu got even more bugged, now starting to show the names in the intro credits in places where they really shouldn't be. And as you can see, there's that damn PC again. What we did in the other file was able to store our PC selection into this one, meaning even though we've gotten nowhere near file 10, it's just what's stored in the PC by default. The result of this, a trip straight to the sewers and the final section of the penultimate file, and thankfully also the removal of the PC menu all over the screen. Unfortunately, this part is not very interesting. We literally just run around in circles waiting for dialogue to finish before finally fighting Akira Legion Fusion, who we take down quickly before moving on to the final file. But whoa, hold on there Bucko, we've done almost nothing, we are not ready to go through the final fights. The first step of our training is to take a trip to the Beast Legion fight in File 05, which is unique amongst the legions you capture. You see, unlike the Sword, Arrow and Axe nemesis, this fight happens at the beginning rather than the end of the astral plane, and so rather than finish the fight normally, it's actually possible to simply jump out of the arena, and from there finish the rest of the segment. Once you've run a bit further along, we'll reach a point where the game plays the slowdown for capturing a legion, and gives you the gene codes. This doesn't actually go away, so we can keep on going back and forth, getting a ton of gene codes that we can buy skills and increase the stats of our legion worth. We also take a quick trip to File 03 to take a bunch of items out of chests and sell them so that we can upgrade our X-Baton and learn some new skills. Most notably the spin attack, which is very powerful alongside the Axe Legion. And with that, we're done with the preparation and can invade the ARI, beat up Noah, and be the saviour of the Ark. In my run, I played File 11 almost identically to how I would in a normal any% no major glitches run, so there isn't much to say about it here, since this video is to highlight the differences of the new any%, but I would love to talk about the classic Astral Chain speedrun at some point in the future. The leaderboard for this category has been open for a little while, so if you want to revisit the game, now will be a great time to do so, whether that's speeding through in under an hour, or trying out one of the longer categories. And since I mentioned speeding through, Ratu has managed to bring the run under 35 minutes, with the help of skipping some of the grinding, and going into File 11 with even less. With sub 30 closer than I ever imagined it could be, I'll be keeping a very close eye on this category to see how it develops, and even if that goal eludes us, this will undoubtedly stay as one of the biggest speedrun discoveries in 2024. Thanks for watching. Oh, and one more thing. The day before uploading this video, it was announced that Ratu will be running this category for Summer Games Done Quick, so stay tuned for that at some point between the 30th of June and the 6th of July. Okay, thanks for watching, for real this time.